Good evening, and welcome to the 21st Annual Black Reel Awards celebration. I'm Tim Gordon, CEO and founder of the Black Reel Awards, and on behalf of the Foundation for the Augmentation of African Americans in Film, I would like to welcome you to our cinematic celebration of African Americans in film and performances from the African Diaspora. Founded 2 decades ago in 2000, the Black Reel Awards annually honor the achievements of African Americans and people of African descent in feature, independent, and world cinema. The Black Reel Awards are voted on by a panel of industry professionals, including national film critics who represent radio, print, and online journalists, music industry professionals, filmmakers, and producers. I would like to thank them for their contribution and participation, and would like to wish good luck to this evening's nominees. Now, as you will hear consistently tonight, last year in film was unprecedented and challenging due to a raging pandemic that altered how we consumed film, as well as extending the calendar of eligibility for a record number of films by Black creatives. As a result, our voting academy had to select nominees from a virtual Top Gun-esque level of competition that represented the best of the best in every category. 3 films, One Night in Miami, Judas and the Black Messiah, and The Five Bloods each scored double-digit nominations, with One Night in Miami leading the pack with 15. We also endured the painful loss of 2 past winners, 4-time Black Reel Award winner Cicely Tyson, and a posthumous double nominee this evening, Chadwick Boseman. May both this queen and king continue to rest in peace, and thank you for your contributions to entertaining and educating with so much pride and honor. Now the votes are in, the lights are up. It's time for us to find out which films and performances will make up the class of 21. So without further ado, let us get started.
Here to present the nominees for Outstanding Supporting Actress is actor J. Sean Durham.
Passion is defined as a strong feeling or emotion, and it is a consistent theme woven through all this year's nominees for Outstanding Supporting Actors. Each performance served as a showcase for the talents of each nominee as their work elevated the various films they represented. Displaying uncommon strength, courage, and humanity, sisters are indeed doing it for themselves. In addition, their work encapsulated Black excellence in its highest theme. The nominees for this year's Outstanding Supporting Actress are
Alexis Chikezi, Miss Juneteenth. Dominique Fishback, Judas and the Black Messiah. Kiki Lane, The Old Guard. Tracy Ellis Ross, The High Note. Gabure Sidibe, Antebellum.
The Black Reel Award goes to Dominique Fishback for Judas and the Black Messiah.
This is the first Black Reel Award for Dominique Fishback.
We accept this award on behalf of Dominique, and congratulations to all our nominees.
Here to highlight our first Outstanding Film nominee is film critic Wilson Morales.
The entertaining yet poignant story of four African-American vets who battle the forces of man and nature when they return to Vietnam, seeking the remains of their fallen squad leader and the gold fortune he helped them hide. From the mind of three-time Black Reel Award winner Spike Lee, this story of brotherhood highlights that guilt is akin to living in prison in your mind. The impressive cast includes Delroy Lindo, Jonathan Majors, Clark Peters, Norma Lewis, Isaiah Whitlock Jr., and the late Chad Boseman. Nominated for 6 Black Reel Awards, here is The Five Bloods.
Here to present the nominees for Outstanding Foreign Language Film is actor and tonight's nominee, Natare Guma Mabaho Mawine.
While audiences domestically are proud of the films that are produced here in America, let us not forget that the art of film is a global phenomenon. If you don't understand the power of international storytelling, look no further than this category. A film from Italy, Senegal, and the United Kingdom make this year's nominees. One story highlights one man's battle to stay alive by keeping an entire prison of inmates entertained with the power of his stories. Another is a heart-pounding adventure into madness in a truly haunted house. And the final nominee is the story of an elderly woman who transforms the mind of a misunderstood child. Each film is compelling in its own right. The nominees for this year's Outstanding Foreign Language Film are:
from the United Kingdom, His House, Remy Weeks, director. From Italy, The Life Ahead, Eduardo Ponti, director. From Senegal, Night of the Kings, Philippe Lecote, director.
And the Black Reel goes to Night of the Kings, Senegal.
This is the second Black Reel Award in this category for the country of Senegal. They won this award last year for Atlantics. This is the first Black Reel Award for Philippe Lecote. Congratulations, Philippe. We accept this award on your behalf. Here to highlight our second Outstanding Film nominee is Creative Director and Chief Marketing Officer of Adobe Network, Shireen Nicole.
Our next Outstanding Picture nominee brings us insight into the life and legacy of a leader and a revolutionary, Chairman Fred Hampton. This powerful story focuses on the FBI's efforts to infiltrate the inner circle of the Illinois chapter of the Black Panther Party, using Bill O'Neal as their proverbial Judas. As Chairman Fred ascends while finding love with a fellow revolutionary, a battle wages for O'Neal's soul. The cast, nominated for Outstanding Ensemble, features nominees Daniel Kaluuya, Lakeith Stanfield, Jesse Plemons, Dominique Fishback, Aston Sanders, Daryl Britt Gibson, Lil Rel Howery, Algie Smith, Dominique Thorne, and Martin Sheen. Nominated for 12 Black Reel Awards, this is Judas and the Black Messiah.
Here to present the nominees for Outstanding Screenplay is director, writer, and tonight's nominee, Eugene Ash.
The nominees for Outstanding Screenplay were like history being told over a diverse set of classic jazz tracks, each with its own rhythm and rhyme. Powered by 2 screenplays by Kemp Powers, one Spike Lee-esque throwback story by Rada Blank, a spirited August Wilson adaptation by Ruben Santiago Hudson, and a fiery story of revolution penned by Shaka King and Will Burson, this year's nominees boasted swag personified, all with an undeniable style of their own that made audiences sit up and take notice of the work that these artists were putting down. The result? We all served as witnesses to greatness, and each of these stories amplified Black excellence. The nominees for this year's Outstanding Screenplay are
The 40-Year-Old Version, Rada Blank, writer. Judas and the Black Messiah, Shaka King and Will Burson, writers. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Ruben Santiago Hudson, writer. One Night in Miami, Kemp Powers, writer. Soul, Kemp Powers, Pete Docter, and Mike Jones, writers.
And the Black Reel goes to The 40-Year-Old Version, Rada Blank.
This is the second Black Reel Award for Rada Blank tonight. She won earlier this evening for Outstanding First Screenplay for The 40-Year-Old Version.
Rada couldn't be with us tonight, so we're going to accept this award on her behalf.
Earlier tonight, the winners were announced in the following categories. The Black Reel Award for Outstanding Cinematography went to Marcel Rev for Malcolm and Marie. The Black Reel Award for Outstanding Costume Design went to Michael Wilkinson for Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey. The Black Reel Award for Outstanding Production Design went to Gavin Bouquet for Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey. Before I depart, I'd like to announce that beginning next year, the host organization, the Foundation for the Augmentation of African Americans in Film, has voted to recognize the discipline of editing as a permanent category in the Black Reel Awards. I applaud the FAAAF for recognizing the contribution of editors in creating and telling our cinematic stories.
Here to present the nominees for Outstanding Documentary Feature is director and writer Megan Ebor.
The nominees for Outstanding Documentary were a living manifestation of Stevie Wonder's seminal song, Pastime Paradise. Most of the stories were spending most of their lives living in a pastime paradise, glorifying days long gone behind. The docs asked us the poignant question, tell me who of them will come to be and how many of them are you and me? Judging by the universality of the point of view of each of this year's nominees, the answer is while we watch these stories, ultimately, The stories are us. Rich, complex, and human. An absolute amazing group of storytellers, and we salute the entire community of documentarians. The nominees for this year's Outstanding Documentary are
All In, The Fight for Democracy, Liz Garbus and Lisa Cortez, directors. John Lewis, Good Trouble, Dawn Porter, director. MLK, FBI, Sam Pollard, director. Time, Garrett Bradley, director. The Way I See It, Dawn Porter, director.
And the Black Reel goes to Time, Garrett Bradley.
This is the first Black Reel Award for Garrett Bradley.
And since we're in this global pandemic, I will accept this award on behalf of Garrett. Congratulations to all of the nominees, and a special congratulations to Garrett Bradley. Job well done.
Earlier tonight, the winners were announced in the following categories. The Black Reel Award for Outstanding Independent Documentary went to Melissa Hazlett for Mr. Soul. The Black Reel Award for Outstanding Short Film went to Frank Abney III for Canvas. The Black Reel Award for Outstanding Voice Performance went to Jamie Foxx for Soul. Here to present the nominees for Outstanding Supporting Actor is media personality John Murray.
There are various forms of masculinity present in this year's group of Outstanding Supporting Actor nominees. Each boasts a set of attributes, behaviors, and roles associated with men that touch audiences in many ways. Whether there's quiet strength, confidence, presence, power, or assuredness, each nominee imbue their work with unforgettable attributes that are permanently seared in our cinematic consciousness. Whether playing icons or portraying everyday people, these strong group of nominees, in addition to being fine actors, they're exceptionally fine gentlemen as well. As their performances show, these brothers indeed have worked it all out. Now, the nominees for this year's Outstanding Supporting Actor nominees are
Chadwick Boseman, The Five Bloods, Colman Domingo, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Aldous Hodge, One Night in Miami, Daniel Kaluuya, Judas and the Black Messiah, Leslie Odom Jr., One Night, Miami.
And the Black Reel goes to Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah.
This is the third Black Reel Award win and first win in this category for Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel couldn't join us today. He's still on the high from hosting SNL. So I'm in my all black. I look like Fred Hampton. I'm an accept on his behalf.
Here to highlight our third outstanding film nominee is film critic Nell Minow.
Our next outstanding picture nominee transports audiences back to 1920 Chicago, when during a recording session, tensions rise between blues legend Ma Rainey, her ambitious horn player, Levy, and the white management determined to control the uncontrollable mother of the blues. From the mind of one of America's seminal playwrights, August Wilson, the story is an actor's showcase featuring Black Reel Award nominees Viola Davis and, in his final role, Chadwick Boseman. The film also features Glynn Turman, Coleman Domingo, and Michael Pitts. Nominated for 10 Black Reel Awards this evening, here is Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Here to present the nominees for Outstanding Original Song is music director and producer Wayne Bruce.
The two things that most people will remember from the last year were music and protests. In a year featuring profound social change, many artists channeled their rage and activism into a series of creative and urgent songs nominated this evening. The civil rights movement is an example of how songs by such artists as Sam Cooke, Curtis Mayfield, Aretha Franklin, and Marvin Gaye helped display the power of music to turn thought into action. This year's nominated songs were a throwback to an earlier period of activism, spotlighting various social ills while moving our feet, but most importantly, our hearts. This year's nominees channeled the activism of earlier heroes, and we can't wait to see how their music inspires action. The nominees for this year's Outstanding Song are
Fight For You from Judas and the Black Messiah, performed by her, written by her, Tierra Thomas, and Ernst DeMille Emile II. Make It Work from Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey, performed by Anika Noni Rose and Forrest Whitaker, written by John Legend. Poverty Porn from the 40-Year-Old Version, performed by Rodimus Prime, written by Rada Blank. Speak Now from One Night in Miami, performed by Leslie Odom Jr., written by Leslie Odom Jr. and Sam Ashworth. Tigress and Tweed from the United States versus Billie Holiday, performed by Andra Day, written by Andra Day and Raphael Sadiq.
And the Black Reel goes to Speak Now, One Night in Miami, Leslie Odom.
This is the first Black Reel Award win for Leslie Odom Jr. and Sam Ashworth.
Leslie Odom is not here to accept this award, so I'm going to take it, y'all. He going to have to come fight me for it. Congratulations to Leslie, and see you soon.
Earlier tonight, the winners were announced in the following categories: The Black Reel Award for Outstanding Score went to Atticus Ross, Trent Reznor, and John Batiste for Soul. The Black Reel Award for Outstanding First Screenplay went to Rada Blank for The 40-Year-Old Version. The Black Reel Award for Outstanding Emerging Director went to Regina King for One Night in Miami. Here to present the nominees for Outstanding Independent Feature is film critic and entertainment editor Jason Fraley.
This year's nominees for Outstanding Independent Film gave people what they wanted, to paraphrase the mighty OJs. Whether it was a story that Black people are intimately familiar with, police corruption, the loss of dreams that ultimately help you find yourself, separation from family, or just simply love in all of its beauty and splendor. While no group of nominees can hope to encapsulate all things to all viewers, this year's group provided a cinematic cornucopia of feelings that left audiences with more to think about beyond what they witnessed on screen, proving that film and the imagination are truly the gifts that keep on giving. And now the nominees for Outstanding Independent Film are
American Skin, Nate Parker, director. Farewell Amor, Ekwa Asanji, director. The 40-Year-Old Version, Rada Blank, director. Miss Juneteenth, Channing Godfrey Peoples, director. Sylvie's Love, Eugene Ash, director.
And the Black Reel Award goes to The 40-Year-Old Version by Rada Blank.
This is Rada Blank's third Black Reel Award. She won 2 awards earlier tonight for Outstanding First Screenplay and Outstanding Screenplay for The 40-Year-Old Version.
Congratulations. She obviously isn't here to accept it due to COVID, but we will virtually accept it on her behalf.
Fresh off witnessing history, 4 men gather on a hot, humid night in South Beach, and over the course of a celebratory evening, 4 icons, Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, Sam Cooke, and Malcolm X, push and prod each other, revealing their pain, their faith, their passions, but most importantly, their shared humanity and love for their people. Based on the stage play by 2-time Black Reel Award nominated screenwriter Kemp Powers, and in her Black Reel Award nominated directorial debut, Regina King brings this powerful story to the screen, featuring fellow nominee Kingsley Ben-Adir, Aldous Hodge, Eli Goree, and multiple nominee Leslie Odom Jr., nominated for 15 Black Reel Awards tonight. Here is One Night in Miami.
Here to present the nominees for Outstanding Director is a nominee tonight, Director Yake Smith.
One of the most important attributes to being a great director is the ability to be a storyteller. The director's responsibility, first and foremost, is to draw the audience in as they take us on a visual adventure to elicit an emotion. The good ones send you home entertained. The great ones, however, leave you with indelible impressions that last a lifetime. Now, it's too soon to tell if any of this year's nominees will invoke those memories for future audiences, but we know each of them accomplished their mission as their film gave audiences all the feels, the good, the bad, and everything in between. The nominees for this year's Outstanding Director are
Radha Blank, the 40-year-old version. Regina King, One Night in Miami. Chaka King, Judas and the Black Messiah. Spike Lee, The Five Bloods. Channing Godfrey Peoples, Miss Juneteenth.
And the Black Reel goes to Regina King for One Night in Miami.
This is Regina King's third Black Reel Award and first win in this category. She won earlier tonight for Outstanding Emerging Director for One Night in Miami.
Now, Regina is not here to accept her award, so we will accept it on her behalf. Congratulations, Regina. This is well deserved. Thank you.
Earlier tonight, the winners were announced in the following categories. The Black Reel Award for Outstanding Breakthrough Performance Male went to Kingsley Ben Adir for One Night in Miami. The Black Reel Award for Outstanding Breakthrough Performance Female went to Andra Day for The United States versus Billie Holiday. The Black Reel Award for Outstanding Ensemble went to Kimberly Harding, Casting Director for One Night in Miami. Here to present the nominees for Outstanding Actor is entertainment reporter Fania Thomas.
We could imagine what this talented group of nominees must have felt like when they were young. They may have had visions of fame, or they may have felt wild and free. As they grew older, they may have found out the world is full of pain, but then they grew stronger and continued life's journey to carve out their space as each transitioned from boys to accomplished men. They have given us some of the most outstanding performances in film on screen this year. Each of these nominees have proverbial steel in their backbone and delivered performances that demanded audiences stand up and take note that they're in the building. If there was ever any doubt whether they belong, to quote Black Men United, you will know. The nominees for this year's Outstanding Actor are
Kingsley Ben Adir, One Night in Miami. Chadwick Boseman, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Delroy Lindo, The Five Bloods. Rob Morgan, Bull. Lakeith Stanfield, Judas and the Black Messiah.
And the winner is Chadwick Boseman, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
This is Chadwick Boseman's second Black Reel Award win and second win in this category. He previously won in 2019 for Black Panther.
We would love to accept this award on his behalf.
Here to present the nominees for Outstanding Actress is on-air personality Mark Clark.
My skin is black. My arms are long. My hair is woolly. My back is strong. Strong enough to take the pain inflicted again and again. What do they call me? They call this group of extraordinary women nominees for Outstanding Actress. With an acknowledgement of the legendary Nina Simone, her song expertly spells out the struggle of this ultra-talented group of women that represents the platinum standard of nominees in this category. Consider the stunning transformations of this year's nominees, who brought seminal figures to life, and even in stories where they portrayed everyday people, they made us feel their joys as well as their pains. The nominees for this year's Outstanding Actress are
Nicole Beharie, Miss Juneteenth. Viola Davis, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Andra Day, The United States versus Billie Holiday. Tessa Thompson, Sylvie's Love. Zendaya, Malcolm and Marie.
And the Black Reel Award goes to Viola Davis, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
This is Viola Davis' fourth Black Reel Award win and second win in this category. She previously won in 2012 for The Help.
Viola's not here to accept the award, but we will accept it in her honor. Thank you.
Here to highlight our final Outstanding Film nominee is the co-host of Keeping It Real with Film Gordon, Charles Kirkland Jr.
Our next Outstanding Picture nominee is A Story of Persistence. After years toiling in a thankless job, an inspiring musician finally gets his shot to step out of the shadows. But before he can shine, he meets his untimely demise. Never Give Up on a Dream is the theme behind the second animated film to ever receive an Outstanding Picture nomination. Co-directed and co-written by two-time Black Reel Award nominee Kemp Powers, and starring four-time Black Reel Award winner Jamie Foxx, and featuring the talents of Tina Fey, Graham Norton, Rachel House, Alice Braga, Richard Ayoade, Felicia Rashad, Donnell Rawlings, Questlove, and Angela Bassett, nominated for 6 Black Reel Awards this evening. Here is Soul.
Here to present the nominees for Outstanding Film is director and producer Warrington Hudlin.
This evening's final category is a culmination of not just a historic year, but a historic annual cycle of Black excellence. In a year that had to be extended due to the ongoing COVID pandemic, 2020 featured a historic number of films released by Black creators, with these 5 films representing the pinnacle of success. They are stories of brotherhood, revolution, and musicians chasing and living their dreams while fighting the power as well as their own internal demons. While each film highlighted different elements of the Black experience, each film can make a case for this evening's top prize. But of course, ultimately there can only be one. The nominees for this year's Outstanding Picture nominees are
The Five Bloods, Spike Lee, Beatrice Levin, Lloyd Levin, and John Killick, producers. Judas and the Black Messiah, Shaka King, Ryan Coogler, and Charles D. King, producers. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Todd Black, Denzel Washington, and Dan Wolfe, producers. One Night in Miami, Jess Wu Calder, Keith Calder, and Jody Klein, producers. Soul, Dana Murray, producer.
And the Black Reel goes to Judas and the Black Messiah.
This is the first Black Reel Award win for Shaka King and Charles D. King, and the 4th Black Reel Award for Ryan Coogler.
The brilliant team that created the Judas and Black Messiah are currently under FBI surveillance, so they cannot be here tonight. But I'm happy to accept on their behalf.
I would like to give a special thank you to the team of talented professionals and presenters who were instrumental in putting together this year's virtual awards presentation. Also, congratulations to all this year's winners, the class of 21, and thank you for continuing to support Black films and creators. We'll see you all at the 5th Annual Black Reel Awards for Television in August. Good night.